Hello, my name is Betsheda Enzelina Sembiring. My NPM 210130046. In this video, I will explain about interpersonal barriers communication. Interpersonal barriers are the ones present outside an individual's own self in the external environment between the sender and receiver of the message and are relatively outside the individual's control. 1. Sentiment. Sentiment is an opinion or view that is based on exaggerated feelings, contrary to thought considerations. When people communicate ideas or communicate with us, very often there are emotions. Most likely it makes us burdened in communication because the message received may be misinterpreted. We have to overreact. Emotional people can't think rationally. Example, the resulting decision will not be fair if it is accompanied by the absence of personal sentiment. 2. Filtering. The sender manipulates the information he communicates to the receiver to make it sound pleasing to the recipient. Therefore, each message must pass through at least 2 sets of filters. The more similar people are in lifestyle, experience, culture, and language, the more similar their mental filters are, and the less distortion occurs. The fewer people involved in transmitting the message, the more likely it is that the message will be received as the sender intended. 3. Message full of information. A message full of information is not good if the information giver provides too much and conflicted information. It can be confusing and will be difficult for the recipient of the information to understand. It is best when conveying information directly to the core of the conversation so that the recipient can easily understand it. 4. Defensiveness. Defensiveness is often a reflection of insecurity within the individual. Humans refuse to understand each other when they feel threatened or in a difficult position. Self-defense, meaning that when communicating, someone sometimes always justifies everything he says, or someone who tends to be selfish and feels always right and blames the words of others, which means refusing to understand each other's opinion and no matter he is right or wrong, he will still think of himself in this very wrong thing can lead to poor communication. 5. Cultural differences. This means differences in procedures and difference in understanding. When two people from different cultures communicate, they often don't understand each other's culture and may misinterpret the true meaning of what each other is trying to convey, which can lead to possibly unintentional disappointment. 6. Argot. Argot is a language that is difficult for others to understand. Not everyone understands the words argot. It is best to avoid this word when talking to someone you don't know personally. Overcoming barriers to effective interpersonal communication. 1. Simplify language. By arranging your language into clear and uncomplicated sentences, the recipient will be able to easily understand what the sender is saying. 2. Control emotions. Control emotions when discussing certain sensitive issues. Articulate neutrally allows for mutual understanding and for both sender and receiver to communicate rationally. 3. Listen intently. Often when the sender says something the receiver usually hears but not listening. Put yourself in the sender's shoes and try to understand exactly what they are trying to tell you. The receiver tries to fully understand what the sender is trying to say, so putting the receiver in the sender's point of view makes understanding a lot easier. 4. Use feedback. This is done by the sender as a symbol of confirmation by using closed questions such as, "Do you understand what I said?" or "Did I tell you clearly?" Or use open-ended questions to get the recipient to recapitulate message. This causes the sender to know that the recipient has fully recognized what is being communicated.